Okay, welcome back for Unit 12, Lesson 3. We're talking about special products of polynomials. Your objective is right here. Let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do today is we're going to continue to multiply polynomials, okay, where we could normally use the FOIL pattern. However, there are some special kinds of polynomials that we're going to learn, and we're going to learn some ways to go ahead and kind of mentally compute these without having to FOIL them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. First one of these is called the sum and difference pattern. Okay, and what that says basically is if you take a binomial that's adding times a binomial that's subtracting, you are going to, or in the first terms are the same. Okay, so the first term in each binomial is the same. The second term in each binomial is the same. We're just adding one and subtracting the other. Then the way you can quickly figure this out is to just do the first one squared minus the second one squared. Okay, so basically if we plug this in the pattern, here's what this looks like. Okay, we have x minus 2 times x plus 2. So the first terms are the same, the second terms are the same, just one's subtracting, one's adding. Okay, so we are going to make this, oops, let me get my thick pen here. The first one squared, so it's x squared minus the second one squared, 2 squared, or 4. So it's x squared minus 4. Okay, instead of FOILing that out. Again, that's called the sum and difference pattern. First terms are the same, second terms are the same, one's subtract, one's add. Again, it's the first term squared minus the second term squared. Okay, so again, a lot easier, a lot quicker than FOIL, using the FOIL man and FOIL cat over here. Okay, let's go ahead and learn another one. This one is called the square of a binomial pattern, and this is the sum one. Okay, so basically we're taking an addition binomial and squaring it. And here's what we get. We're going to square the first term, and then add 2 times the first times the second term, and then add on the square of the third term, or of the second term. Okay, so again, I'm going to plug this into the formula here, and here's what it looks like. Okay, if we just plug this in, we notice that this is an addition binomial and it's squared. So it's the first term squared plus 2 times the first term times the second term plus the second term squared. Okay, so again, this is just me drawing out. Again, the whole goal of this lesson is to get you to recognize these and make it mental math. Okay, so again, first term squared, that's x squared, plus 2 times x times 3, that's 6x, plus 3 squared, which is 9. Okay? So again, designed to do that mentally. Alright, and we got one more. So far we've got the difference, okay, where two binomials are the same, just one's plus, one's minus. Then we've got the square of an addition binomial, and now we've got one more special product pattern. Okay, and this one's the same as the last one. This is the square of a binomial, but it's the difference. So we got a binomial, that's a subtraction binomial, and we're going to square it. And here's the pattern again. So again, I'm going to just go ahead and plug these numbers in real fast to show you how it works. Okay, so it's the first term squared, so in this case x squared, minus 2 times the first term, x, times the second term, 2. Plus the last term squared. Okay? And so again, instead of FOILing this out, we can go ahead and compute this mentally. So again, once I've got this pattern down, I know that it's, oh, I see it's the difference of, or a binomial with a difference, and it's squared. So I'm going to do the first term squared minus 2 times the first term times the second term, so that's 4x, plus the second term squared. And there we go. X squared minus 4x plus 4. Okay? Again, those are nice because instead of FOILing, we can just kind of do that mentally by recognizing what the pattern is. Okay? So let's go ahead and throw all three of these together and see what we can come up with here. Here the directions say to use a special product pattern to find the product. So again, here I've got the same binomial. Okay, just one is minus, one is plus. So here's the pattern. Again, I should say to myself, it's the first term squared minus the second term squared. Okay? Well, the first term squared is 5t, or the first term is 5t. So 5t times 5t is 25t squared minus 2 squared, which is 4. Done. Okay, here we've got an addition binomial that's squared. So again, that follows this pattern. So I'm going to take the first term, 3n, and square it. Well, 3n, sorry about that. The first term squared, 3n times 3n, that's 9n squared, plus 2 times the first term times the second term. Well, 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 times 3n is 24n, plus the last term squared, 16. Again, a lot quicker than FOILing it out. And here we've got the difference binomial squared. So it's the first term squared. 2x times 2x is 4x squared, minus 2 times the first one times the second one. Well, 2 times 2x is 4x, and 4x times 7y is 28xy. Okay, plus the last term squared. 7y times 7y, 49y squared. Okay? Again, easy to do mental math if we can recognize what the pattern is and memorize these formulas here. And I've got one more example for you. Here it says to write 2 expressions for the area and describe the special product pattern used. Well, this is a rectangle, so we know how to find the area of a rectangle. That's length times width. So one way to write the expression of this area is to write the length times the width. So we got 3y plus 4 times 3y minus 4. Okay, there's one expression. Now, the second expression is just simplifying this. Okay, again, so instead of FOILing, I can recognize this is the same binomial, just 1's plus, 1's minus. So I'm going to take the first term and square it. 3y squared is, or 3y times 3y is 9y squared. And then I'm going to subtract the second term squared. 4 times 4 is 16. And there's my simplified area. Okay, and then again, they want us to describe the special product pattern used. Well, that was the sum and difference pattern. Okay, so again, whole point of this lesson is instead of FOILing it out, showing a lot of work, when we can recognize we got some special products, we can memorize a way to do this quickly in our head, mental math, okay, to make it faster to work with. And that's your lesson on special products. Good luck on the homework.